It's an absolute mess in the dumptoes lair. Absolute disgusting. Literally disgusting. There's a cat though right here. What's up, Mona? What's up, guys? Usually I'm in my corner, but it's quite a mess. And as you can see, my bed is a mess, and I just said I'm gonna clean everything, so I gotta do that. But before I do all that, I want to talk about this band I used to be in. Also, I'm wearing Split Chain merch right now. Shout out Split Chain for delivering me some goods. Freaking love this tee. I've worn it for 3 days straight now, and it's pretty wicked. And honestly, you guys don't have the normal audio because I'm kind of lazy right now, but I'm gonna make another vlog probably on Saturday or something like that because you guys really liked the last one, and I appreciate you guys showing a lot of love on that because that was my first time. It was very new. I was very confused, but next time I'm in public, I won't be as shy with the camera because whatever, I don't care anymore. Yeah, I wanted to vlog today, but I had nothing interesting to do. I talked to Alexa. I was like, bro, should we just go on a walk or something and talk about music? I was just like, oh man, I don't know what to do. So I'm talking about my old band right now for a video. Because you guys see that I talk about music all the time. You guys hear me, music, underground, all this stuff, talk about all these bands, and you're just like, man, I wonder if this guy ever made music sometime before. And yes. Now for the people that don't know, let me give you some dumptoes / my old handle name, Old Bruh, lore. And back in my heyday a couple years ago when TikTok was like, I don't know, 2020, I started to post on TikTok a lot, and I gained a following because I was talking about Nirvana, talking about Pearl Jam, talking about 90s music, and mainly just Nirvana. So boom, gained a following. That's kind of where the base of this whole thing started. Went away because I was done with it. I was like, I want to make my own band. I want to do music somehow, some way. I want to try it out because I don't want to die and be like, I never tried out. And dude, the hardest thing to do when you're trying to make a band is actually finding people that want to play music and actually start a band with you. That is the hardest part. And someone said that in one of my comments when I was back in the heyday, and I was just like, no shot, bro. That's probably easy AF. And no, dude, it's so difficult. Where I'm from, and I don't want to say where I'm from, but there's not a lot of people that are bumping the music that I'm interested in, and I just wanted to make music at the end of the day, and nobody wanted to play with me. So there was a bunch of trial and error, and I found some guys, man. I found some people up in Vacaville, California, not to, you know, blow their spot, but that's somewhere in California. So if you know Vacaville, pretty much that's where Papa Roach is from. Not too far. I'm down to drive just to see what's up, and boom, we made a band. Being in a band is so fun, and not just because you get to make music that you like, but because you get to connect with people that share the same type of mindset and everything. The band had a lot of cool people in it, and friends I still consider friends today, like Evan, the bass player, Zach, guitarist, killer guitarist, and Braden, the drummer. And he was the best drummer I will probably ever be in a band with. And dude, I was really hesitant making this video because I was like, dude, I am so garbage singing and just all this stuff, even though it got a lot of praise back in the day, and my mom says I'm really good at it, but no, I don't think so. And to give you guys a full-on experience of what we sounded like, honestly, I'll just put some clips in. But I do want to say the roots of everything was kind of grunge related, and that's kind of something I feel like I boxed myself into. The way I would just grit my voice when I was singing kind of just is like, oh man. We would practice a couple times a week. Even though the music that I feel like looking back wasn't really me, it was still a good experience, man. It was still the time of my life and great times in my life. I will say that the homies were really into the band Tool, and if you guys don't know, I feel like I've already talked about it before. I'm not really a big Tool guy, and I feel like that's where things just weren't aligning like I wanted them to. We were just kind of like not really into it as much towards the end, and that's basically why we broke up and why I haven't been in a band since. I kind of started grinding music onto YouTube, onto TikTok, onto Instagram, and I'm growing my platform on there. So I was like, huh, maybe this is the thing for me. And down the line, I do want to make an EP or maybe an album or something like that with something that sounds more like me, and whether that makes me a big artist or whatever, I doubt it. I so doubt that. What are we talking about? But I still feel like I want to make that piece of music where I'm content with and happy with, and I know it's going to happen down the line, so I'm just excited for that. I want to talk about more talented underground people that deserve recognition. Oh, and this isn't the end of the video, but at the end of the video, I'm going to put a demo of a song that I've done, and it's kind of shoegazy in a way, and it's a demo that a friend, Kevin Enriquez, shout out to him because he helped me out a lot with it. He did the bass, he did a bunch of instruments on there. Honestly, he kind of just made it a new song and just made it so much better. But it's a demo, and I'm gonna show that at the end if you guys are interested or whatever. And I know I'm kind of all over the place right now because I just have, I don't know, I have so many memories flashing back to me or whatever it's called, but I don't even know if I've said the name of the band yet. The band was called Force of Habit, and I remember Alexa's dad, and he knew I was in a band, but he got the name mixed up and called it like Forces of Nature, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm dead. And that's just a funny memory. I guess now it's time to talk about show experiences, and we honestly only had like 2 or 3 shows. One show was in, I don't even remember. There were some old people in there, there were some little bit young people. Wasn't too many people, honestly. It was me, Alexa was there, and Hannah was there, and they were just supporting whatever the hell I was doing. Honestly, man, Alexa and Hannah, I feel like they would have supported me even if I did like a hot dog eating contest or something of that sort, or anything really, because they just be the homies, and they're just, well, I mean, one of them is my girlfriend, but you know, Hannah's a homie, and they just be supporting. But yeah, the show overall, dude, I was so scared, bro. Like, bro, there were so many people there, bro, or to me at least, like older people, and I was just like, oh man. In my head, I was like, bro, they've known legends in the game back in their heyday, and they're looking at this random ass dude, and yeah, man, major shy zone. I remember we were doing the sound check or whatever for the vocals and stuff, and I didn't even sing into like the mic, bro. I was literally shy as can be. But once the band started, I was fine. Everything was fine, and everything felt pretty good. I honestly don't remember what the second show was. I don't know, but I remember, I'll say the second show we did was in a garage, in Evan's garage, and yeah, there was a lot of people there, or more people my age, our age, and a couple neighbors and stuff were just listening to us. What was it? Oh, it was Halloween. We did a Halloween thing, and we all dressed in some sort of way, well, most of us, and I had this dress on, and I was very much in my Kurt Cobain era, and I remember Braden saying I look like a grandma, and that's what really stands out that whole day, that whole day. I think one of the speakers for the mics weren't working, so I had to literally scream my ass off because there was no volume whatsoever. You would just hear instrumentals and stuff. So yeah, that was that. It was fun though. It was something different, and I never played in a garage before for people. I'm gonna say this is the last show experience that we had, and this was in Berkeley, California. And yeah, dude, this was pretty wicked. This was like a full-on place where people would play music. There was cool lights. It was very psychedelic 70s vibe. Whoever ran the place was really chill, had some cool music stories, and this was probably the best show we did. Looking back, I was really not a good songwriter, and I feel like I've gotten better, even though I haven't really written stuff. I feel like I've come up with melodies better in my head and stuff of that nature. There was a bunch of people, and I honestly think it was because, you know, families and stuff, and I didn't invite my family because I was scared and I was shy. And looking back, maybe that wasn't the coolest thing to do because, bruh, they're your parents, they want to support you. But in the future, whenever I have a show, which I will, I'm determined, I will have one more show or a couple more shows. I don't know. But that next time, I will invite my parents, and it'll be dope. That's all I really have to say, man. Every detailization that I needed to explain to you guys, and it was pretty rapid, but hopefully you guys kept up, and hopefully I got a video out for you guys, because this whole day I was stressing out about what video to make. But don't worry, here's a video talking about the band I was in, my old band, Force of Habit. Shout out Braden, shout out Evan, shout out Zach, shout out Vacaville too, Papa Roach. Thank you guys for watching this video. And now it's time for this piece of demo music. Like and subscribe, keep the music alive. Force of Habit died, but that's okay. How far does it zoom in?
That was funny.